Hello, it's Jennifer. I am back with Symptoms of Menopause, part 12. And today it is an update on testosterone. And if you've been following along, which I hope you have, to this series, because it is a series, and it basically is going in order of, the order of how I experienced my symptoms of perimenopause. I am going to be 50 or 49. I'm going to be 49. So this is just my whole journey. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I hope you will join in on the conversation for us to try and come together and make a change on how we go through menopause. So this is just my experience, what I've been going through. I have been struggling. So yes, it makes sense if you follow along and watch the series in order. So therefore you kind of know exactly where I'm at, because I am keeping you guys posted on exactly where I'm at. So today is going to be an update on my testosterone. It's now been about 3 months, and the last video, I'll put it somewhere here, was about me beginning my testosterone journey. I was using other things. I have tried everything. And again, you will see all of that if you watch this series. So I have really been suffering from low libido, and I used Wellbutrin, which is an antidepressant, and that was successful. It did really help with the libido, but I noticed it didn't work. It kind of wore off. So I noticed it at first, and then it was like, didn't notice it as much anymore. Maybe like every once in a while, I would feel a surge in my libido, but that was it. And I've discussed this before, I really wasn't comfortable on taking an antidepressant. Not that I don't think antidepressants can be wonderful for people if that's where you're at, and that can be an excellent option for you. I just couldn't get unstuck on the idea that, okay, well, I'm not really depressed. I'd rather balance the hormones, because we know that this is the problem, and this is what is creating all of our symptoms, which is the imbalance of our hormones. So I was more comfortable with, rather than sticking a Band-Aid, because that's what I felt like was the antidepressant was kind of a Band-Aid over the root of the problem, which was the imbalance. So, but again, I'm not knocking. Wellbutrin can be excellent. It helped with a lot of different symptoms that I was experiencing. So if you are interested, that's something to definitely discuss with your doctor. But today, I actually asked my doctor after that. I told her I wasn't comfortable staying on the Wellbutrin, and I would like to try testosterone. So she tested my levels. I actually was a 2 and an 18. I'm pretty sure that the free testosterone or overall testosterone was a 18. And then my free, I think, testosterone was a 2. So to me, that was like, oh my gosh, that sounds so low. But unfortunately, we don't have a really good measure or indication, a range that I think is good, which is kind of a struggle in all of the medical field, of the ranges that these things should be. I just don't think you can make a range for everyone as a whole. So everyone's so different, and men are so different. So of course, they're going to run so much higher than we do in testosterone. But just like men suffer, from low testosterone, we can definitely suffer from low testosterone too. And I want to get this out. I think we need to scream about this, ladies, because it's like, and men, I'm sure if you're watching, you can support this too. Like, we have testosterone just like a male. Of course, it's a drastic different in amount, but it does so many functions for us in our body. So for us to lose it and be suffering, and if we can just take some Now, taking some may not get it to exactly the way it was, but why can't we get it too close to where we were? And why can't we feel like we did in our 30s, 20s, 30s? So I just feel like it's unfair. And I am mad that it makes me angry that there is no FDA approved testosterone for women. We have to go to a compounding pharmacy. We have to pay for it. Our insurance does not cover it. And it's basically what they would give a man. So now I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I don't know if we would formulate something better or different for women. I don't believe so. I think testosterone is testosterone, but still the testosterone that we are going to use, if we do get our doctor to give it to us, is designed for a male. So I believe they are trying to, hopefully someone's going to come up with a formulation that's just for women. But again, let's not go there. I don't know if that would be any different than what we would be given right now. So I actually, with my doctor and knowing that my levels were not high, my doctor wanted to test them, which I think is a great idea. I was not against, because she wanted to make sure as a doctor that my levels were not high. Of course, if they were, my testosterone was normal or high, again, normal, who knows what normal is. My doctor did go by a range and said, oh yeah, you're pretty normal. And I'm like, I'm at a 2? That's normal? So anyways, and I've been trying to research as much as I possibly can to find, people discussing and doctors discussing on what that range they really feel it should be. So I really can't find a lot. So I don't think we know exactly what that healthy range should be as far as what our levels should test when we test. So, but I know that wasn't high. And obviously my doctor didn't think it was high because she was willing to give me the testosterone. So she started me on again, you have to get this from a compounding pharmacy. This is really cool. This is a topical testosterone. And it actually is in like this little clicker. It looks kind of like a deodorant bottle. You guys can see that. And you basically just click it once, and then the cream comes to the top, the exact amount. And now that I have some cream, I'll even show you. So then you are advised to put it either in the thin skin, some sort of thin skin. So inner wrist, the back of your knees is where I've been putting it. And then I just kind of alternate from side to side. So I started with 3 milligrams of a click, 1 click a day, which supposedly these are really cool. They come out, the click gives you exact amount precise of the medication, of the cream. So I started with 3 milligrams, which would be 1 click per day. I did that for the first little over 2 months, 2.5 months. And then now I told my doctor that I felt like I just needed a little bit more. I don't believe that these little clickers, the pharmacists will disagree, but they say they're precise with how much cream. But I would kind of notice that sometimes a little more cream would come out than other times. So with this, I asked her, I said, those days that a little more cream would come out, those were better days. So we decided she was comfortable with giving me a little bit more. So now I am at 4 milligrams per day. So I do 1 click in the early hours in the morning, and then I do another click, and that first click I put on the inner wrist or the back of my knee in a thin skin area. The second dose I take in the evening, and I do another click, which is then it's broken up. So I'm taking 2 milligrams in the morning, 2 milligrams in the evening. So then when I put it on in the evening, I'm actually putting it in the libido fold. Sorry, I can't say that. It's the first fold of the vagina. So then I put the cream in there, and what I have experienced already is that I've just kind of been playing around with, where to put it. I feel like that is really a lot more effective for libido if you put it into the vagina. You're not putting it inside the vagina. Of course, it's going to get in the vagina, but you put it on that first fold in your vagina. So again, that is my new regimen or prescription. So we have been trying that. I'm actually now on the first week only, so I will update you again. But I'm on the first week of trying it like that, up until before I'm just doing the one click, which was 3 milligrams, and I'm just putting it on inner wrist or the back of the knees. So that has been, oh my gosh, you guys, it's been a game changer. I mean, it's been a lifesaver. And I know if you've been following me, please do go back and watch the videos. I have been struggling. And that was probably my biggest struggle, was libido. Because hello, I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't ready to just close the door on sex. I have always enjoyed sex. I have a husband that I love and enjoy having sex with him. And all of a sudden, I was not ready to just not want to do that. Now, I know some women I have spoken to, they're fine. They're fine that they don't want to have sex anymore. And maybe their partner is also fine that they're not interested in doing that as much or anymore. And that is great. Like, that would have been nice if I was ready for it and my partner was ready for it and we were done and I just didn't care to feel sexual and want to be sexual, then okay, fine. I think that would have been fine. But that wasn't the case. This really, it really did. It was really something that I was not ready for, and I was angry and depressed about it. It was affecting my husband and our marriage. My husband didn't understand. I didn't understand. And it was just put us in this vicious, difficult cycle that I didn't know what to do. And it was really painful. And I was like, wait, this is so unfair. I was resentful. I didn't want that chapter to close. And I felt like it was. I felt like it was just like, okay, well, this is done. Like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to still be with a partner that obviously if it's going to still most likely, I'm not going to say for every male, but you'd think they're more likely for sex to be more important, continue to be way more important and a priority way longer than females. But again, that just wasn't flying with me. It wasn't flying with my husband. And so I'm happy to say, let's get off of that and back to, wow. So that is the first thing that this has given back to me. Things are wonderful again, of course, with my husband, even though he's been gone. So I start the testosterone and now he's been gone for a month. And I'm like, whoa. So if you don't know, I'm a military spouse. My husband is in the Army. So yeah, he leaves a lot. Again, anyway, so that's giving me back that. So back to what it's doing for me. So libido, I actually have noticed even, it's about even the experience, even the act of having sexual intercourse. It's improved even that, because I don't know if you women can relate, but I was also noticing a decline in just my body even becoming aroused or wanting to even do the act. So it was like my body just didn't respond very well. Normally like you're touched and like things then happen naturally when you're touched. Like I said, that wasn't happening. That was nothing. None of that was happening. Like my body was just numb, and even touch that normally would have felt great didn't feel like anything at all. So I've also noticed just the experience and physical touch. I have talked about this in my past videos. I really struggled. I did not even want to be touched. Like the felt of touch was awful. Like my skin would crawl. I did not want my husband to touch me in any way. Even my children, who I am so bonded and connected and close to, like, even certain touch that they did. You know, normally any touch and affection from them would be, you know, it would draw me in, but it was literally like my skin would sometimes crawl. It was horrible, horrible. So I have noticed that is like, wow, I want to be touched, and touch feels even better. Like now just any small, even minor touch is like, feels so good. So this was huge. That was so difficult, you guys. That was so confusing and for me to understand, and oh my gosh, like I don't even want to be touched. So that is something, if you've experienced that, please let me know in the comment section, because I didn't even know how to explain it. But yes, it was like touch did not feel good. So this is also improved touch. Also climax, I was noticing I would take a lot longer for the climax. This is not happening anymore. I noticed that I'm back to where I used to be, where, you know, if things are going well and my body is being touched in the right ways, it is doing the right things. So also I would say the quality of the orgasm is also better. So again, I want to also go back. So that's enough about libido and all of that goes with that, and the touch. I wrote this down so I don't want to forget. Also, the thinking about sex. Now, this is an interesting one, you guys, because we don't realize that you're not even thinking about it. You don't even want to think about it. It's not even coming into your mind. And I didn't realize that was so like a thing. Like so now with the testosterone, I'm actually thinking about sex. It's like it comes into my mind like, this sounds good right now. Or, you know, that was gone. That was gone. I wasn't even thinking about sex. So that's another thing. I also have noticed muscle. I lift weights. Most of you, if you know me, you know that I like to lift weights. I've always lifted weights. And I was noticing like I'm lifting weights for years now. Like, can I get some, you know, more definition? Can I get little, you know, more something? So I was definitely noticing a slow in muscle increase or, you know, more definition and just gaining muscle, because I was going heavier, and we all need to go heavier. There's other videos here I'll put, guys, especially right now, women, we need heavy weight. So I also have noticed with the testosterone, now it's still kind of early. I still think this is early, guys. I'm going to do another update soon. But with almost close to 3 months, now it's been 3 months. For 3 months, I just recently, in the last, couple weeks, I've just noticed that I think my body is changing. Now, also body composition. So I've heard other doctors talk about this. Testosterone, I believe, also is helping me to we tend to kind of start to gain weight in the middle for menopause. That's just normal. Our fat tends to deposit around this middle area. So I have noticed, and that's what I was told by another doctor, that the testosterone will help to just reposition that fat and stop it from just depositing all right there in that middle area. I wasn't too hopeful of that, but happy to report I do think it's at least not putting it in the middle there. Does that make sense? Like it's maybe distributing and reproportioning your body. So I don't know about that, but I do also think it's helping with weight loss. Okay, I'm going to say that again because that might stand out. I do think it's helping me with weight loss. I feel like I'm moving in an up direction rather than just being stuck. Okay, so let's just say that. Again, it's only been 3 months, but I do, excuse me, notice that I feel just like things are changing and happening in my body for the better. So that is also, I also notice energy, an increase in energy. I definitely have more energy. Like throughout each day, I'm noticing I feel like I can do more and I'm not just losing steam as quickly. So that's another thing. I wasn't experiencing that horribly anyways beforehand, but I do notice an increase in energy. I have more just, let's go. Also sleep. You guys know I have struggled seriously with my sleep. I also, very important, you need to make sure you are taking your B12 is okay, your Bs are okay, and also your vitamin D levels are good. I have researched and studies are showing that that helps with sleep. That can really play a number on your negative role on your sleep. The testosterone, I think, also is helping me with sleep. So I feel like it almost gives you like this calming effect, kind of like the progesterone does, but I feel like the testosterone is definitely aiding in helping me getting a better sleep. And let's not forget that the biggest thing that people, and I've heard women talk about, is you kind of get this overall sense of well-being. You just feel like, okay, things are good. Like, I'm good. And it's a nice feeling, you guys. It feels really good. Just that's how I can only explain it. And that's how I've only explained or heard it from other people. But it's your sense of well-being. And yeah, I know exactly what people were talking about when they said that. Overall. So I do believe that this can also help if you're kind of in a slump. Depression can be a symptom of menopause, and I feel like the testosterone could actually help with bumping up your mood. Irritability also. I'm experiencing less irritability. Now, again, I am technically, let's not forget, I am taking progesterone as well. Not in any form except for I have the Mirena. So it's releasing a small amount of progesterone in my body, which, ladies, I do think that that was a good choice for me for the Mirena, for the IUD. And I do think that balance now of the little progesterone that I'm getting, because remember, in perimenopause, that's what we're losing or that's fluctuating the most is our progesterone, estrogen as well, but way less than progesterone. So really in perimenopause, that progesterone is what's going nuts and decreasing, increasing, decreasing. So I feel like the IUD, which I was told by my doctor and many others, and I know many women who have the IUD that did not suffer or are not suffering through perimenopause as badly as other women that don't have the IUD. So that's another thing. You've seen that video. I will probably do an update on that as well separately. So I am getting progesterone and testosterone technically. But yes, so that's my update. I don't want to make this too long, but I hope that I have covered everything and given you a clear and great update on exactly what's happening. I will try and take some maybe before and after pictures, but I'm not going to do that yet because I feel like I need a little more time to really see how the testosterone is helping me with body composition and muscle and everything. So I'll find a picture and try and do that. I don't know how I'll do that, but I'll figure it out. But I hope this has been helpful for you. I want to hear it. Please put in the comment section below. Are you taking testosterone cream? Are you on pellets? Let us know. All inquiring minds here want to know. And please don't hesitate. And this is so helpful. You don't understand, by us women reading a comment of another woman, oh my gosh, you guys, it's such a connection. So I think that please help and join in on the conversation and put in what you are doing. If you feel like you're low in testosterone, please have this conversation with your doctor, okay? And if your doctor is not even willing to discuss or not even give you the feeling that testosterone is an option, switch doctors, okay? Switch doctors. You need someone to advocate for you and to explore with you and not be against everything. You need to get what you need. We need to get what we need, what we feel like we need. And this whole business about no FDA approved, let's keep screaming. We got to scream about this, ladies, because that needs to change. It needs to change. We should have testosterone available to us. It's not right. It's not right. So let me know again. Join in on the conversation. All my love to you guys. I love informing you. I hope all is well with you. And if you are struggling, please reach out. I am here. Even though we're in the comment section, but we can comment all day long. Okay, so I'm here for you. All my love. Have a wonderful day.